Good Tuesday morning. I'm meteorologist Jeff Gerber. In the next 15 minutes, we're going to be taking a look at today's weather. We have a front coming through the area. That's going to kick off a couple of showers. We're already seeing some rain up towards the lakes area. And then as we go into this weekend, we also have a chance for some rain and thunderstorms. That's probably going to be on Saturday. It looks like our best chance is another front comes through the area. We'll look at the tropics. We have a new tropical storm out there, Melissa. We'll show you where that's at and the forecast track over the next 7 days with that. And we'll just give you a general overall look at what's going on weather-wise here in southeast Texas, and we'll look around the rest of the country as well. All right, let's start off with the rest of the day forecast, and we'll see a few scattered showers and thunderstorms as we go through the afternoon. Right now, we'll go about 30–40% coverage as temperatures get into the upper 80s. Then we drop off to around 80 at 6 o'clock, and by 10 o'clock, we'll see numbers in the lower 70s as that front will be out in the Gulf by then, and things will start to be clearing out. But keep the umbrella handy through the afternoon. If you're running out to the store or maybe to pick up some kids from school or something like that, there could be a couple of showers that do pop up. I'm not expecting any severe weather or any widespread rainfall, but some scattered showers here and there. Allergy report really has shot up today. We're talking about heavy through everything except for grass. Grass is even at medium, but you can see these numbers way up there. So if you're sniffing and sneezing, it might be because of some allergies. We have a strong allergy report for this afternoon. As we take a look at the Horseman's Western Store over in Orange, clouds are building a little bit. Earlier this morning, we had clear skies here. You can see the clouds building now out ahead of that cold front. Roofing 911 Live Skycam Network currently showing 86 in Orange. We have a humidity at 70%, so it is very humid out there. Winds are out of the northwest, anywhere between, say, 3 and 10 miles per hour. Haven't had any rain as of yet, but there could be a couple of scattered showers later on today. You can see the traffic at least moving smoothly through there. If you're got any plans for lunch, maybe heading down I-10 a little bit. Looks like okay through the construction right now over in Orange. Take you downtown to our Packard-LaPrade location in downtown Beaumont as we look at the port of Beaumont for this morning. We can see clouds also building here. Have not seen any rain around the Beaumont area, but the clouds are starting to develop. Our Roofing 911 Live Skycam Network currently showing 85 degrees downtown. Humidity right now at about 66%. And we're seeing a little bit of a west wind right now, anywhere between about 5 and 10 miles per hour, waiting for that front to go through a little bit later on for this afternoon. So if you got any plans, maybe got to run out and do some errands. If you want to do that in the next few hours, I think you'll be fine. I don't think you have to worry about too much in the way of rain. But once we get towards the middle to late part of the afternoon, we'll be dodging maybe a couple of showers. Here's the view from right here at our 12 News studio. This brought to you by Mid-County Plumbing. And once again, traffic looks like it's going pretty fine along I-10 as we see some partly cloudy skies out there, a little bit of sunshine, and clouds starting to build a little bit over southeast Texas here for this morning. We'll take a look at one more sky cam before we go ahead and move on to the radar and other things like that. But just want to give you a good overview of what's going on as far as the cloud cover out there and what's going on our sky cams. That's why we have the sky cams, so you can see what's going on across southeast Texas from southwest Louisiana all the way up into parts of the lakes area. We have our camera up in Jasper where we can check and see what's going on. But you can see just some partly cloudy skies as we look over towards Lake Charles and port of Lake Charles. It looks like it's pretty quiet out there for so far this morning. Temperature-wise, we're jumping into the middle 80s. 84 now in Kirbyville, 84 in Woodville, 84 in Beaumont. Orange at 87, Port Arthur at 86, and we're showing 82 in Jasper. So it's warming up. We'll continue to warm up. We'll be probably close to 90 here around the triangle before the rain starts to kind of pass through the area. That front moves through the area. We'll go maybe 89 Port Arthur for today. We'll have to wait and see. We're at 86 right now. Here's the front, still well to our north, but you can see out ahead of it, we've been seeing some scattered showers and a few thunderstorms. Some of the heaviest stuff has been over parts of Mississippi, Alabama early this morning. We've been seeing some scattered showers here in East Texas. Nothing too heavy. We're not expecting too heavy as far as the rain and the thunderstorms for today. And expecting a few popping up here and there. You notice the kind of the milky white out ahead of this front. That's the clouds building, and then behind it, the drier air comes in. You notice back here, you don't see any of that milkiness, that white. That's showing clear skies back from Amarillo down to San Angelo, as we're seeing plenty of sunshine up towards northern parts of Texas. You can see the front right here pretty clearly from the Great Lakes all the way back down into looks like the Ohio Valley, all the way back down through Tennessee, Mississippi, Arkansas and Louisiana and into Texas. Big area low pressure spinning up around the Twin Cities up here around Minneapolis. That's what's pushing off towards the east, and that's driving that front down through the area. On the backside, pretty quiet across the mountain west and out towards the west coast. Not a whole lot going on. There is some moisture climbing up into parts of Southern California and into looks like Arizona, where they could catch some rain. I think I read something this morning online that said, I think it was Phoenix had rain the last 5 days in a row. Last time they've had rain 5 days in a row was like last century sometime. So they're getting a little bit much needed rain out towards the desert southwest. Anyway, this stuff is headed towards the east coast. Already been seeing some showers up towards New England for this morning, but they're going to have some more activity as far as scattered showers along the eastern seaboard as that front reaches them. We got some rain out there for this morning. You can see a few showers now into parts of Tyler County, right just north of, looks like Woodville, and then as you head up into northern parts of Newton County, a few heavy downpours. And we've been seeing some spotty showers down towards southern parts of Liberty County and through Chambers County. We've had one isolated shower just towards the east of Winnie. Let's look at these showers. This is just south of the front right now, and you can see scattered showers northern part of Newton County, maybe a few very isolated showers in Jasper County, and then in between Woodville and Comanelle we have some pretty heavy downpours there as they're going to be sliding off towards the south. So if you live in Woodville, if you're trying to get out and maybe run an errand or something like that, you might want to wait a couple hours, let these little band of showers go through, or you might want to just hurry up if you have to do something right now, because those showers are going to be there probably in the next 30 minutes or so, if not sooner than that. All right, let's take a look at this in the motion, and you can see that steady track off towards the south and east of some of those showers coming in towards the Woodville area, and you can see the showers popping up through Liberty and Chambers County here over the last say half an hour or so, 45 minutes or so. So we'll continue to see this through the afternoon. So that's why we put in about a 40% chance of rain. Once the front gets a little bit closer, a little bit more forcing of the air upwards, could see a little bit better coverage. We're talking about 40%. So looking at a little bit more rain as we go into the afternoon. None of these really producing any thunderstorms. It's just some heavy showers right now, but we could see a couple isolated thunderstorms through the afternoon. Wouldn't really expect any severe weather or anything like that with this front because it's fairly weak, but definitely some showers. So we do have the weather impact through the afternoon. We'll go 40% coverage of scattered rain and storms, about 1/10 of an inch to maybe a 1/2 inch in some spots. That's possible. If you're going to be out and about this afternoon, if you're not on the air, you can definitely download the 12 News app and you can check the radar. All you have to do is pull it up on your phone. You can kind of see what's going on as far as some of the rain. All right, here's our futurecast starting us into the middle to upper 80s through the afternoon. Here comes some of those showers and thunderstorms kind of passing through the area. And you notice it didn't show a complete coverage. It just showed spotty coverage through the afternoon. And then as it gets down towards the coast, maybe some heavier rains there by about 6 or 7 o'clock for tonight, and then out into the Gulf of Mexico as that front pushes down by about 10 o'clock this evening. Behind it, we will see some cooler temperatures this morning. We're into the 60s. Tomorrow morning, we're expecting some 50s up north and some 60s down towards the triangle here. And then tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny, partly cloudy skies, and we're expecting temperatures warmer than this. We're going to go with temperatures into the lower 80s as we head towards Wednesday, but Wednesday and Thursday look like they're going to be on the dry side. Out in the Caribbean, starting to get a little bit more organized for sure. You can definitely see a little bit more in the way of some cluster of some convection or showers and thunderstorms down in the Caribbean. This is Tropical Storm Melissa, centered right here. Winds are at 50 miles an hour, and it's moving to the west at about 14. And look at the track from the National Hurricane Center. It just kind of takes it up and sits it right there out in the Caribbean. So it's not really pushing very fast off towards the west and eventually to the north. A lot of the computer models want this, has this tracking kind of north and then eventually northeast. We'll have to wait and see if this happens. Nothing indicating it's going to come up towards the northwestern corner of the Gulf of Mexico. So really not worried about this at all. But it is a tropical storm, and we are well into October, which is a little odd. But you can see they're expecting to possibly become a hurricane by this weekend. Saturday they have winds at about 75 miles an hour. With this, but until then they have a tropical storm. About the only thing that's really being affected right now is maybe some cruise ships trying to get through the Caribbean. Definitely going to have to sail around this. If you have a cruise towards the end of the week into your weekend and you're going down into the Caribbean, this is something you might have to deal with, especially if you're heading a little bit farther to the west. If you're just cruising down to Cozumel or somewhere like that, or Cancun, then I think you'll be all right. But if you're a little bit farther out, maybe heading over towards Jamaica or somewhere like that, you might run into some problems here with this storm over the weekend. So something to think about, or check in with your cruise line to see about that. But right now, Melissa is not really moving to the west at 14, but it looks like it's going to stall and just really kind of spin around out in the Caribbean for a little while. So something we'll be watching, like I said, not expecting it into the Gulf. Our coastal marine forecast for today, we're looking at a southwesterly wind at 5 to 10 knots, seas around 2 feet. Next high tides at 4:32 for this evening. We're looking at sunrise this morning was at 7:23. Our sunsets at 6:39 for tonight. Light chop on the inland lakes and bays today, and watch out for some of those scattered showers and thunderstorms, especially this afternoon into early this evening. Right now, Texas Point, we're seeing a southwesterly wind at 8, gust to about 10. Water temperature there out in the Gulf in the lower 80s. So our forecast for today will go mostly cloudy by this afternoon, which we've already seen the clouds starting to build out there. We'll go 40% coverage throughout the area. A little bit of a west wind eventually changing out of the north once the front goes through at about 5 to 10. And we'll see temperatures middle 80s to upper 80s across the area. For tonight, temperatures dropping back down into the 50s thanks to the front. Mostly clear skies behind that front and a little bit of a northeasterly wind at 5 to 10. We'll go middle 50s for the lakes and 60, 61 maybe around the triangle here. Maybe a little bit warmer as you head down closer to behind that front into the middle 60s for the coastal areas of southeast Texas. Our 7-day forecast shows the rain today and then pretty nice on Wednesday. A high of 81, mostly sunny skies. Looks pretty good for Wednesday. Thursday, we'll go mostly sunny, a little warmer at 84, but the morning lows dipping down into the 50s, so that's going to feel very nice. And then here comes Friday, Saturday, and Sunday as we watch a front move through the area. It's going to be a strong cold front. I wouldn't say strong, but it's going to be a cold front, a little bit stronger than the one we have out there for this afternoon. We'll see a small chance of rain. This is going to be late Friday, so don't expect to see a washout or anything like that for Friday night football. I think if we do see anything, it's going to be kind of overnight Friday. And then a 70% coverage of rain and thunderstorms on Saturday. Saturday could be a little bit of a washout, depending on how quickly that front moves through here. But look for maybe a couple of inches of rain on Saturday. That's possible. And then on Sunday, that rain we have in the forecast there is early morning rain, probably before daybreak. See maybe a couple of showers lingering behind the front. Notice we drop back into the lower 80s along that front or behind the front going into Sunday, into Monday. Now Monday, we'll go with the temperatures into the lower 80s, and morning lows not that cool behind the front. We're not going to see 50s. It looks like we're going to see generally middle 50s. Middle 60s going into Sunday morning, and then middle 60s going into Monday morning as well. So a couple of chances of rain as we go through the next 7 days. So we need the rain. We've got burn bans across the entire area. Unless we get some rain, they're not going to be lifted anytime soon. So got a shot of a few showers today. Won't add up to much, but we're hoping maybe a couple of inches of rain on Saturday. Will that get rid of the burn bans? I doubt it. But if we can get a couple more days like Saturday, and then, yeah, we'll see maybe some of those burn bans being dropped. Appreciate you watching all the way through. I know it's kind of long and drawn out, but I want to give you a really good look at what's going on weather-wise, not only here, but across the country, in the Caribbean, the Gulf and everything, and get you updated. We're going to be doing this again for tomorrow and through the rest of the week. Every morning at 11:30 to 11:45, we do a weather stream for about 10 to 15 minutes. Appreciate you watching all the way through. I hope you have a great day. Stay dry out there, and I will talk to you tomorrow.